Welcome everyone to another video. For those who don't know me already, my name is Felipe and I truly hope that this video will help you in some way. So today's video is all about 6 fashion mistakes everyone should avoid in this year 2022. These are all mistakes that I made myself and I sometimes still make, but I can tell you from my own experience that once I started to consciously avoid these mistakes, my style and my wardrobe significantly improved. In this video, I'm not gonna tell you to not wear white sneakers with black socks. I think what I'm going to mention is way more important than that. So this video is solely based on my opinion and the things I learned over the years. And yeah, that being said, let's jump straight to the video. So the first mistake is buying too much. I think this is pretty self-explanatory, but let me elaborate. Imagine a wardrobe filled with countless pieces. Imagine another one filled with well-curated pieces. The first wardrobe I described used to be mine. I used to get up in the morning and feel overwhelmed when I opened my wardrobe. I often didn't even know what to wear. You might think the more options you have, the better in varied decisions you can make. But the truth is, it's not. At least not for me. Most of the time I picked the very same pieces repeatedly and the rest just started to collect dust in my wardrobe. I knew what I loved wearing and I forgot about the rest. Just the look of my jammed wardrobe caused some type of anxiety in me and I never wanted to really deal with it. At the end of the day, I never benefited from having such a huge selection. There are a few reasons why and I will get into it throughout this video. Ever since I started to get rid of the pieces I never wore and started to invest in more high quality pieces, I felt relieved and way more satisfied with my personal style and my wardrobe. What I've learned is, like with many things in life, less is more, and I truly think you can apply this to your wardrobe. One high quality item that you truly love will elevate your style and bring you more joy than 10 pieces that you really don't care about. My advice for you is to look into your wardrobe, identify the items that you really love and that you repeatedly wear and those you don't really like or not wear anymore. Get rid of those, give them to people in need, sell them, recycle them and create something new. Simply be more conscious about the things you truly need and buy less, buy smart. The second mistake you should be avoiding, which is related to the previous one, is not having your basics ready. I think many people with a well-curated wardrobe will agree with me when I say that a great wardrobe starts with good basics. In other words, your wardrobe staples. If you're just getting into fashion or simply want to improve your style and wardrobe, you should firstly make sure that you have your basics ready before you start investing in those bold pieces. Ask yourself, do I have my basic trousers, jacket, coat, sneakers, hoodie and boots already? Be aware that well-selected basics will improve any outfit instantly and that it will also make your daily decisions what to wear clearly easier. Think of your basics as the foundation of your style. Some people might think, why should I invest in a high quality basic when I just can buy a cheap one? I say because it's those pieces that you will mostly wear and that will also make your more out there pieces shine. I think there's nothing worse than having an outstanding piece you have always wanted but not having the right pieces to go with it. The better the quality and the better you take care of them, the longer they will last and the more joy you will have wearing them. I think that we all should be aware that for everything we consume, valuable resources have been used and we only have a limited amount of these resources, especially now with almost 8 billion people on this planet. Sustainability and sustainable decisions are now more important than ever if we don't want to destroy our planet. But I think this whole discussion deserves a separate video. Feel free to share your thoughts in the comments down below. The third mistake we should all avoid is impulse purchases. An impulse purchase is an unplanned decision to buy a product or service made just before the purchase. I think we should all be avoiding impulse purchases as much as possible. Impulse purchases often turn out to be wrong or unnecessary as we don't give it enough thought or consideration before buying it, but we are rather triggered by an irrational feeling of desire. This has been one of the biggest mistakes that I made over the years, and the reason for my jammed wardrobe filled with clothes I never wore. But we are all human, and I think it's in our nature to make those decisions, especially in the world and society we live in today. So here are a few tips to avoid impulse purchases. Start by making a list of the things you really need. This applies to everything, not only to fashion items. Creating a thoughtful list of pieces you really want and need will not only save you money, but will also prevent you from impulse purchasing. Never enter a store without having an idea of what you actually need. I also create a wish list on my favorite online stores with the pieces I truly want. This will additionally help me to save more money because I will be notified whenever one of those items go on sale. When this happens, I often buy the pieces because I've already considered buying them but was just waiting for them to go on sale. With this strategy, I've bought some of my favorite pieces in my wardrobe for an amazing price. That's honestly one of the best advices I can give you. The fourth mistake is investing in short-lived trends. That's a very common mistake, but how do you know how long a trend is gonna last? You don't necessarily need to know that. You should rather be aware about your own personal style and preferences. If you have a clear idea of that, you will know what trends will work for you and which not. Ask yourself how long you would be wearing this trend before you get tired of it. Usually, the louder and bolder a trend is, the higher the chance of you getting tired of it very soon. Let's take the Rick Owens Kiss boots as an example. We have seen the rise of the Kiss boots over the last year or so. While I think this is a really cool piece, I wouldn't personally buy them as they are very expensive and I don't see myself wearing them for a long time. For me, they are too bold and probably too uncomfortable to be worn on a daily basis, and the chances of me getting tired of it soon are very high. I also don't think that I have many pieces in my wardrobe that would go well with the Kiss boots, and that's something you should always keep in the back of your head before buying a new piece. So for me, the Kiss boots are a short-lived trend that I would stay away from for now. But there are also people who love to dress head to toe in Rick Owens and who are fully immersed in that world. For them, the Kiss boots could be a personal grail or a key piece of that Rick Owens era, like the Geo baskets for example. For them, it would probably make sense to add the Kiss boots to their collection and they wouldn't consider them as a short-lived trend. At the end of the day, it comes down to your own personal preferences and the direction you plan to go with your own personal style. Be honest with yourself and ask yourself if you would realistically wear this trend for a long time or if you're just encouraged to get into it by seeing other people wearing it. The fifth mistake is not limiting your budget. I don't think it's worth struggling financially because you spend too much money on fashion items. That's a mistake I've made myself and something I don't want to do ever again. That's why it's important to know your limit and have your finances under control. I'm not here to tell you what to do with your money. I can only tell you what I do to avoid this mistake, and you can decide for yourself what you want to do with that information. Firstly, I make sure that my monthly expenses are covered before I decide to buy anything on top. Secondly, I prioritize and ask myself, what do I need now and what can wait? And lastly, I set a budget for that month to spend on fashion items that won't break the bank. Something we have already discussed to save money is to avoid impulse purchases by thoughtfully creating wish lists. There are also apps to help you manage your finances and to keep an overview at all times. The last fashion mistake to avoid in 2022 is prioritizing quantity over quality. This goes hand in hand with the first mistake, buying too much. I have for a long time prioritized quantity over quality and you already know the result. My jammed wardrobe with pieces I never wore. It is not only more sustainable to invest in less but more high quality items than vice versa, but it will also bring you more joy and you would also appreciate the pieces you have in your wardrobe more. I can tell you from my own experience that buying less but more high quality pieces has improved every aspect of my personal style and my wardrobe. It has also encouraged me to take better care of my clothing and my shoes for them to last longer. Now when I open my wardrobe, I see less items but a much better and well curated selection. I have less trouble finding something to wear on a daily, and I still get excited about wearing those pieces in my wardrobe. That's it, those were the 6 fashion mistakes I think everyone should be avoiding in 2022. I honestly think that if you actively try to avoid those mistakes, your style and wardrobe will clearly improve. We live in a world of overconsumption, and being aware of that and the consequences is the first step in the right direction. I do love fashion, but I also know that the fashion industry is one of the most polluting industries. But we can all counteract by making better and more conscious decisions. If I missed a mistake you think should have been part of this video, please feel free to share them with us in the comments down below. And if you have any other thoughts or ideas, please leave them also in the comments down below. I hope you found some useful information in this video and that you also enjoyed watching it. And if you did, please leave a thumbs up and also subscribe for more videos. And feel free to follow me on TikTok and Instagram. You can find all the links in the description box below. Thank you so much for taking the time and for watching this video, and I hope to see you on the next one. Bye guys!